Howdy from Arlington, Texas. Y'all, hope this video finds you well. It's been a while. A few weeks ago I did like a what was it, kind of a live, I didn't do a live. It was just a little recording talking about some IndyCar cards that were coming out, and they are out. Some of them are out. So we'll talk about that momentarily. So I was well, I guess technically Mrs. Beans Ball Card Blog was fortunate enough to win this unopened, what they are calling retail pack of cards from Go GTS Live. It's a weekly live show that they do. It's usually an hour. It's an hour or two. Thursday nights. I'll link below. They actually opened two of these and they gave away those individual packs, and then they gave away one unopened one, which again, my wife was fortunate enough to win. Will cover me up then. Maybe we'll see a little better. So I'll link to that so you can see some more of those and what they talk about. These things are new. Like I said, these are the retail packs, hanger boxes. I'm not sure what we're going to call them. 25 cards in each one. The hobby boxes are not out yet. That is actually what I bought and ordered. They had said last week that the retail was shipping and that the hobby boxes were delayed but expected to go out this week, but I have seen no email. Granted, I have not checked my email today, anytime recently today, so we'll see. But yeah, if you're interested, I will link below to that. I will link below to my buddy Logan's channel, Logan Ward, aka King NASCAR. Well, I will link to his video. He actually bought some of these and busted one of them, I think, a couple of nights ago. So that'll give you another look. And then I actually, through the kindness of Val, who is NASCAR Radio, and Logan, I was able to open a hobby box of Panini Chronicles NASCAR with my buddy Jason last week. We each had one. We did that live on the NASCAR Radio channel. So if you're interested in that, I will also link to that. Enough of me talking. You're probably not here to hear me talk, so let's get to opening these and let's see what we got. So I've seen a little. I'm impressed with what they do. For those that don't know, this is the first mainstream, and so when I say mainstream, I'm talking something that comes in pack form. Box. Not a box set, because there have been a few of those, but something that comes in pack form. This is the first release since the 2007 Rittenhouse set. So yeah, whatever that math is, what's that, 17 years, something like that. Stupid, but I'm glad that they are doing this. So once you open this bad boy, I did it off camera, which I guess I could have done it on camera, but it's basically just one pack inside your hanger box. Supposed to be 25 cards, but they do say that if you get certain cards, they do have I think 3 relic cards are available. So obviously, if you were to get a relic card, you might get less cards. Doesn't look like there's any relics here, but let's take a look. All right. So this is one of the first cards. So this is my first Parkside trading card. This is card number 5. So this will be one of the more, one of the just driver, almost profile type cards. I can't remember what they're calling them in F1 that are so popular, where it's just the driver. But Scott McLaughlin, driver of the number 3 car, which has various sponsors. This is going to be his first card released in the United States, when he was driving in the Australian, what is it, Super V, I think is what they're called. He had a couple cards, but those are like 10 years ago and very, very tough to find. But so there's an example of your base card. Second card in our pack, the American F1 wonder, hopeful that if Andretti had gotten accepted into F1, there were rumors that Colton Herta would be their driver. I think Colton Herta is a little overrated. He's got wins. How many wins has he got? Like 7 wins, I feel like. Maybe 7 wins. How about that? It's almost like I know what I'm talking about and I watch. But he's terribly inconsistent. Terribly inconsistent. Did have, I think, maybe finished 5th this past weekend in the season opener at St. Petersburg. So we've got a car of Alex Palou here. Not sure where that is based on the markings on the inside of the track there. This is a road course of some sort. Palou is your defending NTT IndyCar Series champion. Marco Andretti, who does not run full-time in the IndyCar Series anymore. I believe there were, 37 different drivers in this set. Everybody that ran the Indianapolis 500 last year, plus a couple other drivers here and there. Marco is one of the ones. He only ran the Indy 500 last year, but has been doing some other forms of racing, which is fun to see. So this is going to be one of your Indy NXT cards. This is Jacob Abel, who will probably be in the IndyCar Series in the next couple of years. So this is cool that they're doing this, kind of like their AAA, I guess you would say, if you want to use baseball. AAA equivalent in the Indy NXT Series. I love that Parkside included. This is an insert set. It's not part of the regular set. You can see the INXTJA is the card number. But very happy they did that. Joseph Newgarden, your reigning. Did I say Palou? Now I'm questioning myself. Did Palou win the championship last year? Did Joseph Newgarden? I don't think Newgarden did. I don't know why I'm questioning myself, but he is your reigning, defending Indianapolis 500 champion. I believe this is an insert card. I don't know which one. Okay, so nope. So this is 76. This is a 2023 race winner, and he won here at my home track in Texas. You see there, 250 laps, 375 miles, one of the best races of the year. And of course, they're not racing there this year. Newgarden is a 2-time champion, and a 2-time series champion, an Indy 500 champion. This is his first main released trading card. Same for Jacob Abel. Marco has been in back Press Pass Legends because he was in there he was in there with his dad and his granddad, Michael and Mario. Palou, this is his first U.S. main released card. Same thing with Colton Herta. Colton Herta, Gainbridge did some track releases last year. Reason I say all that is because this is actually the driver that currently has the most mainstream cards released in the IndyCar Series, because he was in the Topps and Topps Chrome F1 sets in 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021, and 2022. And he is the current reigning Rookie of the Year in the IndyCar Series, and that's without driving any of the oval tracks last year. So not just looking at cards, I'm educating you. Ed Carpenter owns, obviously, Ed Carpenter Racing, only drives oval tracks, and then his car is used by other drivers on the road courses. This is a fun one. This is Jack Harvey's first car. Ed Carpenter was actually in that last release I mentioned in 2007, the Rittenhouse release. He actually did have 3 cards in that. This one's fun. So this is Jack Harvey, who got announced late, is driving with Dale Coyne Racing, and I want to say 17. No, that would be almost all. Maybe 15 races, maybe 12. But Jack Harvey actually is one of the 3 current IndyCar drivers that we know of that does collect racing trading cards. He has been at IndyCar Exchange, which was my LCS when I lived in Indianapolis. Uh, opening boxes. There were some Instagram posts, so pretty excited about that, and hoping since he is such a fan of cards as well, hoping he will sign these. This will be Jack Harvey's first card. Same name, different card. Alex Palou. Not a fan of Alex Palou personally, but this is a race winner from Detroit. Simon Pagenaud, who is not currently driving. He had a very nasty wreck in the later half of last season. I want to say it was at Road America, and is unfortunately still suffering the ill effects from his concussions. He is an Indy 500 champion and also a series champion. Will Power has some cards out because he has been in that Press Pass Legend set that was mostly a NASCAR set, but because Penske was involved in NASCAR at the time, I think that's why we saw some of the Penske IndyCar drivers in there. Same thing was happening with Chip Ganassi Racing. Will Power is a 2-time series champion. Maybe I'm wrong there. Could be wrong. So these are not his first cards. He was also in Goodwin Champions a few years ago. Romain Grosjean, if you collect the F1 cards or you follow F1, obviously you know that he has run there, so he does have some cards. I do love how they have the cars on the back of these. Well done, Parkside. Not necessarily the stats I would like. I would love to see more long form stats, overall stats, career stats, but still doing a good job. So there's Jack Harvey, and that is it's got something to do with the Indy 500. You can tell from the picture because you can tell that's the picture's taken in pit lane in Indianapolis. So each driver, I think, has at least 3 cards in the base set, which we've seen. I think everything we've seen has been. No, there were a couple inserts. David Malukas, who was with Dale Coyne Racing last year, is now with Arrow McLaren. However, he broke his wrist shortly before the season, did not race in the season opener, is not racing at Thermal in a couple of weeks. So, little Dave, get well soon, buddy. Not that you're watching this video. So here we're starting to get some of the shiny stuff. I mean, these things are like, unfortunately, you can see me in the reflection. I'm sorry about that. So this is Arenas VK 50th start. So this is the 2023 Marquee Moments. So the Marquee Moments is one of the insert sets. As I was saying, each driver, I think, has 3 cards in the base set, and then may have insert cards as well. So this is another one of them. This is Alexander Rossi, who did drive an F1 before he came to IndyCar. I think he had a handful of races. Won the 100th running of the Indianapolis 500, which myself and Mrs. Bean's Ball Card blog were in attendance for. But there is a pit pass insert card for every driver, I believe, that is in the base set. So I guess everybody has 4. We got Marco Andretti here crossing the row of bricks at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I was trying to find the numbering. Oh, number 70. So I don't know if this is just a parallel, if this is part of the base set. We're going to find that out. Joseph Newgarden, who we've already talked about. Another foily finish. Card number 9. So yeah, I don't know. I guess these are parallels. So what is this? TD. Oh, Toronto. So these must be a race winner set. Right there is the current best driver in the world that you have probably never heard of, Scott Dixon, currently second in IndyCar history in wins. So I'm assuming that means he won on the streets of Toronto last year. I cannot remember for sure. But that's what I'm going to assume based on the track on the back and on the front. It's a nice one. I like that. I think that would look great and like signed in a silver paint pen. For my people that like to get cards signed, what do you think? I mean, he's also historically he drove a Target car for years, so red one would be nice, or the color scheme he drives now, which is the blue and orange PNC car. So any of those colors would be nice. Tony Kanaan, who is retired. In general, drivers are like wrestlers. They retire 7 or 8 times. But he did drive the number 66 Arrow McLaren car last year at the Indianapolis 500, which looks to be where this picture is from, based on the infield right there is what it looks like to me. Sorry if you just wanted to see the cards and you didn't need the commentary. Sorry about your luck. It's what you're going to get. I am so stoked for these cards. Will Power, who we talked about earlier. There's number 12, Verizon, Team Penske, Chevy, I believe. It's a Honda. Go ahead and tell me I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. Felix Rosenquist, who had a great, well, he didn't quite have the result he was looking for, but he was very fast this weekend, qualified and started second for the GP St. Pete. There's his Indianapolis 500. Again, you can tell kind of pit lane in the back there. I mentioned earlier that David Malukas broke his wrist and didn't get to drive. This was his replacement at St. Pete, Callum Ilott, who will likely be back in the IndyCar series next year full-time. This year, he's just going to be a super sub, and he's racing in some other series. He also does have a lot of cards because he was in 2020, the Topps Formula One sets. Kind of got screwed, in my opinion, by Juncos Hollinger. I really liked Juncos Hollinger. They were the little team that could, until the way they treated him with the incidents. So, sorry guys, not a fan anymore. And then we'll finish this off with Alex Palou. His card from Indy. So there we go. Let's a look at them. 25, or it's at least what it said. 25 Parkhurst, IndyCar racing cars, 2024. Not sure if we're going to have multiple sets this year. If it's going to be just one, I'm going under the assumption of just one. Time will tell. We'll see when we get my hobby boxes. Hobby boxes are guaranteed 2 autographs per box. They are randomly inserted in these. So now I've seen, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen 4 of these open and have not seen an autograph yet. So we'll see. But that's what I got. If you hung through all the way through, we're almost to 20 minutes. I appreciate you hanging in, taking a look. I'll have some more of these videos. I'm kind of happy with the setup I got going now. So maybe I'll start doing more videos. Don't count on it, but we'll see. But again, that's what I got. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will talk to you soon. As I like to say, don't be a dickhole. Be kind to animals. Adopt, don't shop. Get your pet spayed or neutered, because we have a pet population crisis in this country. Too many pets are being put down daily. So be a responsible pet owner, or don't have a pet. But that's what I got. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I will talk to you down the road.